Hey family, Jeshurun, the Promised Land Consultant signing in, and you know I'm dedicated to serving you, my friends, from sun up to sun down. Dedicated, my friends, to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your promised land. And today, my friends, we're gonna chop it up about you reap what you sow. So get ready for this consultation, get your pen and pad, and we are gonna break bread, my friends. You reap what you sow. This should have been one of my first messages and one of the best scriptures that you can come by. It comes straight out of Galatians. We're gonna throw it up for you to see. And it simply says in Galatians 6, 7, and 9, be not deceived yourselves. No one makes a fool of God. You will reap exactly what you plant. You reap what you sow. On the road to your promised land, where you guys already know your hopes, your dreams, and your aspirations are waiting for you. On that journey, you reap what you sow. If you're selfish with your time, if you're not helping people out, if you're not giving it your all, the harvest that you get back when you get to your promised land won't be worth a thing. It won't feed you, it won't help you grow, it won't give you sustenance when you get that harvest. On the road to your promised land, my friends, during that journey, as you're going through the ups and the downs, you want to make sure that you are helping people out. That's one of the number one things that you can do, is do good to others. If you see somebody along the way that's struggling and they're trying to get to the same promised land that you're going through, give them hints, give them pointers, show them how they can do something better. You don't have to give them all of your time, but you can give them some of your time. It will make the difference. I promise you. Be mindful of how you're sowing, what you're sowing, and who you're sowing into. You want to plant good seeds all along the way on the road to your promised land. I remember it was like maybe 3 years ago. I was 2 years into motivating people and speaking into people. And I was sitting in a Toastmasters meeting watching one of my best friends. He was giving a speech. And he was on stage, he was doing this thing, wowing the crowd, reciting poems, doing this and that. And then there was a point in his presentation where he got stuck. And I kid you not, he did this. He turned around, he goes, oh, comes back up on stage and he goes, oh, okay, that's where I am. And then he starts back up. Now, me and this guy, we're really competitive. We're really good friends. He has been in the public speaking longer than I have. But in that moment, I was laughing so hard, I was just rolling. And the reason why was because I know that he knows better. When you get stuck and you're speaking, just pause. Just sit there. Your thoughts will come back to you. What you were thinking of will come back to you. His problem was in that moment was that he had memorized the speech and forgot what he was supposed to say. If he had just waited, he would have been fine. But he decided to run and get his notes. And that's a rookie move. That is the number one rookie move, is to get your notes. So I was rolling. Well, fast forward a week later, I had been invited to speak at MailChimp. I had done good at a previous occasion for them, and they wanted me to come back and just speak at a little meeting that they had. I accepted. I had been getting ready all week. I was ready. I was gonna blow it out the water. I got on stage and I was doing my thing. I was hitting point after point after point like I was Mike Tyson, just throwing uppercuts. I was feeling it. But I got to a point, and you know what happened? I got stuck. Luckily for me, I've got a visual memory, so I was on stage and I did just like, and then I go, okay. right? I can see my notes. So I'm imagining my notes. I'm like, oh, that's where I'm at. And I did that in front of like 20, 30 people. And I'm like, oh, that's where I was. Boom, right? Embarrassing. I looked like a rookie, but I reaped what I sowed in that moment because I had just done it to my best friend not even a week ago. My friends, I promise you, on the road to your promised land, you will reap what you sow. The seeds that you put out, the seeds that you plant are going to manifest and come back to you. As you're traveling, do good to people. See, in that moment where my friend was having his moment where he was stuck, I was laughing. I should have been motivating him. Yeah, we both laughed about it later, but life got me back in the end because it put me in the same situation. And when you're on stage and you forget what you're gonna say, you get stuck, it feels like death by 1,000 knives just stabbing you. It just feels like you're stuck up there. And then if you do something goofy like I did, it just makes you look unprofessional. So don't go through what I had to go through and learn the hard way, which is usually the best way for all of us to learn. But you reap what you sow. That is the message. Whatever seeds you're laying down, they're gonna come back to you. If you're doing good as you're moving to your promised land, you're gonna get that when you're in your promised land. If you're doing nothing, putting people down, telling them that they're not gonna make it to their promised land, laughing at people as they're on their journey, guess what's gonna happen to you? Yeah, you already know. You already guessed it, my friends. So please, heed the warning. You not deceive. Don't deceive yourselves. No one makes a fool of God. You will reap exactly what you plant. Be not deceived yourselves. No one makes a fool of God. You will reap exactly what you plant. You reap what you sow as you move through this life and as you attempt to get to your promised land, my friends. So plant wisely. Once again, I'm Jeshurun, the Promised Land Consultant, dedicated to serving you, my friends, from sun up to sun down. Dedicated, my friends, to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your promised land. I know each and every one of you are going to have a blessed one until I see you in the next one, my friends.